today. From Lumen Field in Seattle.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And off we go from Seattle.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Seahawks at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Chris Olave.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Robinson with another carry. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back to throw here.
Over the middle, caught by London.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule. But you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take... all the way down to the 35.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This is the tight end Fant.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here's Walker.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Walker will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Drake London.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Chris Olave.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Here's 3rd and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 33 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
That one deep for London.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
That's taken on the 25.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 3. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country, Doyle.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
103 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Back to Robinson now on first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think of
nowhere to go here? He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
He'll look to throw, and he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll go down at the 28.
117 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Falcons. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
sticking with Walker on second down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown! Noah Fant with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Boye Mafe
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now back to throw.
And caught by London.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
The throw over the middle taken in. And down inside the 15 he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So the victory here for Seattle.
So they came in here facing a very tall task, going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles.